ask me how I really feel. The best things in life's for free. We are all part of the deal. You either tie it down or let it be. Oh, but every time it goes to hell, you figure out you might as well.
Good morning, everyone. Today we're trying to get to Macau and we've reached the ferry station. So, not pre-booked, but we'll go try to find tickets and then go there. It's a day trip. We want to come back in the evening. There's also a typhoon warning, so I think level 1 is issued for today. Not really sure how it works out, whether we'll really go back suddenly. But I think it's there in Philippines now, and it's going to hit Hong Kong on Sunday. I think 3 a.m. in the morning on Sunday, and we have the flight early in the morning on Sunday. So I don't know how that turns out as well. But the level is warning. I think it's more than 800 kilometers away from the shore. So, yeah, let's get them up.
With a simple soul and a simple mind. Every night it comes my way, and every day it's taken away.
We boarded it's really big. I think we were surprised that so many people are in the waiting room. And we got I think it's quite big. It's got accommodate everyone. We got this here, which is like two persons sitting together. Screening with the fire, the whole cabin. Hopefully we'll have a nice day. It's a very comfortable ride. I'm feeling sleepy now. We're almost here in Macau. I don't know whether we were tired or so, or everyone slept. Obviously, in like 30 minutes, I was almost about to snore and woke up. It's a really comfortable ride. You can see some buildings in Macau. Let me show you now. Yeah, I think. Okay, that's the Grand Lisboa Hotel. I think on that corner. But there are a lot of breezes, I think, between the two areas. I think one side is called Kotai and one is the old side of Macau. It's about 11:50 now. We will get down to immigration and then take a bus and go to the ruins of St. Paul's. Welcome to Macau. So we just got done with our immigration. It was very simple. We just took the passport, scanned it, and let us enter. And now here Google Map doesn't work that efficiently, so we're using Apple Map, and we found there is a bus which will take us to the ruins of St. Paul. Just trying to find the bus. I think this is the ferry terminal where we came out. There is a hop on hop off bus as well, which is not booked it. We'll just take a bus and go to the ruins bus. We boarded the bus number 3, which will take us to the Pretty nice out here. There are a lot of hotels. The buses are different for sure because in Hong Kong they're all double-decker buses, but here it's like this one. Pretty comfortable. Okay, here's the view. That green flag is the Macau flag.
Oh, okay.
Just put on the crowd. Welcome to our first location, ruins of St. Paul's. For this Chinese New Year, it's so super packed. I can't even explain. All the way up and all the way down, there are people everywhere, and it's really difficult to get up here. We'll not spend too much time here, but there are a lot of shops around. I had a passion fruit soda and lemon soda. We'll go to the Uniqlo then. I have to return or exchange one of my pants that I bought earlier. Yeah, it's okay. Look at this place. Completely filled. We had a look at the St. Paul from far away. Didn't go too close because it's super crowded. After that, we ended the Uniqlo, and I had to exchange a pant. I did that. We are going to Senado Square. There are a lot of shops around. It's a fun place to be for people who like crowds. Otherwise, yeah, it's too back for big. Very famous here. Full deadlock walking as well. At the giant panda pavilion now, so it's crowded everywhere, so we thought that the locals might have already seen a panda, so it will not be much crowded. So it's actually not many people around. So we came to a different island where all the casinos are. This place is called Giant Panda Pavilion. I think the pavilion is somewhere up there at the top, so we'll see the panda, then let the sun go down a bit, then we'll go to the casino area and explore the mall, take some photos when the lights are on, and then head back to Hong Kong, maybe. Monkeys are so cute.
Squirrel monkey.
Yeah. I don't know due to the reflection if you could see it or not. These are small guys. Yeah, this
Squirrel
is
monkey.
actually so cute. Maybe I'll try to take a photo with the camera. But due to a lot of reflections, you can't see.
It's called common
really
squirrel monkey. 몸 ঠান্ডা করে
Enter the panda zone now. Thank you. There is so cool. It's nice, but where is the panda? I don't know in video whether I'll be able to see. Let me see the left.
ও হওয়া না
You see, there's a small guy sitting there eating bamboo. Not small actually, it's quite a big guy. Okay, after our first encounter with panda, now we are planning to go to Venetian. There's a food court down there. We've not had lunch. It's 4 p.m. now, so we'll go there, have some food, and then wait for the sun to get down to enjoy the view here. But it's, I think it's the only pavilion where you can watch panda for free, and I don't know, without passing make it here, so it's really good. Okay, we have reached Venetian, and this is the London here. And we have some food. There's a food court inside Venetian, so we're trying to get there. There are a lot of people, but I think not crowded like the range of Singapore. Place looks really good. We are totally sunburned and black. The light is still really hot. Okay, we are in the fake Venice now and trying to find a food court. A lot of people everywhere trying to take photos. Oh, the canal is not open at this place. They have shut it down. Okay, is it the second floor or is the third floor? Finding something else is really tough in this kind of thing. We got stuck inside for some time. We were not able to figure out the exit, and after some time scrolling around the same place, we could find the exit. Now we are out, and it's going to get dark in some time now. It's at 6:20 p.m. We'll wait for some time till all the lights are on and the sky is dark.
Crazy man.
We came out of the Venetian area. Now this is the Londonier, and then that's the Parisian. Like the tower over there. Let's go see that. The area looks crazy. I think it's a really nice pavement to walk around in the evening. Even though you have nothing to do, you don't need to spend money unless you have to eat something. But otherwise, I think you can just simply stroll around and explore the place. Almost there, Eiffel Tower. A very quick bus ride. We are at the Thai Park ferry terminal. We did our immigration out from Macau, and we are sitting at a boarding gate now. So I think our ferry is at 7:30. The fare in the evening or for night ride is higher than the usual. I think while we came it was $175. Now it's $220 per person. I think there is a surcharge to the night travel. So we just explored the area, walked around the area, and felt that I think there's more if you want to do, but we were really tired, so we thought of coming back and taking some rest because tomorrow is the last day. We'll have to plan for tomorrow as well, and then day after tomorrow we have our flight back home. The ferry terminal looks really neat and clean, very organized. It feels like an airport indeed. So we just wait for some time, board the ferry. I'm not sure whether it will be similarly full like earlier in the day. Let's see. Oh, I have to check for typhoon update as well because I think it was about to hit somewhere at this point. Let me check. What's the name of the typhoon? I don't know. I'll have to search on Google. I don't know. I'm not able to find the Google Map typhoon now. But the Macau experience was good. But overall, I think there, although it's very or kind of it has similarity with Hong Kong, but in a way it's a little bit of difference. I think at least we were mostly on the road, so the vehicles. I think there are more bikes around here, different kinds of cars, and the buses and the transport, and then the way maybe people get in line. Small subtle differences, but overall a bit similar in that way. So it's a good experience to see a steep contrast between the two cities which are nearby. And our octopus card mostly didn't work in the restaurants or cafes, but we could use that in the bus because I think the octopus recently made some changes. The tourist octopus which we bought is issued by T Union, and it does the currency conversion automatically. So we were able to use with the bus network. But otherwise, the stores were asking for Visa cards or any other credit cards which they accepted. And commute wise, it was no hassle. There was a line, of course, but otherwise, there's no hassle. There's a bus route, and we used Apple Maps, and it used to show us which bus route, and we were easily able to take the bus routes and get from point A to point B as needed. Yeah, okay. So now let's see how the Hong Kong immigration goes, and I guess the ferry ride. Since we are tired now, we'll have a good evening sleep in the ferry as well. Hey everyone, welcome to day 6 of our Hong Kong trip. So today I didn't start in the morning. We started, but I didn't vlog anything from the morning. It's like 4:25 p.m. right now, and as I mentioned yesterday, I think the typhoon is going to hit Hong Kong tonight. I think at 3 a.m. at night, and the weather was sunny up to maybe 1 hour ago. Suddenly now it became cloudy, and it's windy, and it's pouring a bit. The sea is also rough. I don't know whether it will see from here, but the sea looks really rough now. So what we did is we started really late. I think somewhere around 12 o'clock, and went to Mongkok. In Mongkok, there is a fancy camera store. We explored there. We didn't buy anything, but just explored the store. And then from Mongkok, we went to Temple Street Night Market. Although it was not at night, I think in the evening, I think they were just getting started setting up the stalls. From there, since the weather changed, so we came down to Shim Shui, and this is the view. So we don't have any more plans for now. We'll just look at the Google Maps if there is any place which we have not explored and we can spend some time. But after that, we'll go back home, pack up, and get ready for tomorrow because tomorrow early morning we have the return flight back home. Since the typhoon is going to hit at 3 a.m., I'm not really sure whether it impacts the flight or not. We've done the web check-in, so let's be hopeful that everything goes well and there's no issue there. In terms of typhoon warning, I think it's still at level 1, which is moderate impact. The last typhoon which came last week was at level 8 or 10, which is the highest which and they issue notification for. On level 10, the airport was closed for 36 hours last Wednesday from Wednesday onwards. Look at the sky, it's cloudy. Welcome to day 7 of documenting our Hong Kong trip. So today we are going back to India. So now it's like 8 a.m. in the morning and we took an early bus to the airport. What time did we take? 5:15 or 4:50? 4:50. It took around I think 30 to 40 minutes of time and we landed at the airport. Did our customs and did everything. And we are ready at the boarding gate now. So we have an Air India flight today. So this is the plane waiting for us. So now coming back to one of the stories that I want to share about almost cancelling the trip earlier while we landed. As you might have already heard that. So for Indians, Hong Kong is a bit strict while immigrating. So when we did fill our par, we made sure, or I was at least when I filled, I thought that it is all right. But when she verified it, she saw that in the address line, I think I've not mentioned one line. So there are 3 lines of the address, local address and locality and everything. And at the end, there was Bengaluru, India. So I hadn't mentioned the Bengaluru, India because there was another drop down which we had to select the district. So there already I had updated Bangalore, Karnataka. So I didn't update that. Then we got into a panic mode because we saw a lot of videos where people were not allowed to board the plane or at least were taken into separate interrogation room when there is an issue with the PR while immigrating. So at the next option we thought that we will maybe apply for e-visa since if the power doesn't work out, so we'll go in a very secure state of mind. So we applied for e-visa. We saw some videos. I think in the videos I thought that it'll come around in around 2 weeks of time. But we applied, I think, somewhere in the first week of applied in September, and then I was hoping that in 2 weeks the e-visa will come. But I think the process is super slow. I think it gave a notification, I think, some 3 days back, but till one day or couple of days before the departure, we just got another email to say that there is some additional documentation required. So we thought, I mean, that we'll still take some risk and try out the part and withdraw the visa application. So in that period, I mean, we were not really sure whether we will continue or we will cancel. When I looked at the cancellation fees, I think it was pretty much 70% of the flight cost that we would have lost. So that's the one instance where we plan to cancel. And the second thing, as soon as we made up our mind that okay, we will take the risk, then typhoon hit Hong Kong. The one of the biggest typhoon hit Hong Kong just 1 week before. So then as well, I did some reading to see that how dangerous it is, or does the typhoon sustain for a longer period of time. Then I saw that it keeps moving. So by the time we had our flights, so the typhoon was clear. So there was an airport closure in Wednesday, and we had our flight in Sunday evening. So overall, it worked out well, but we couldn't actually manifest or do a lot of planning because weren't really sure whether we'll be allowed to board or not, and then we didn't want to get too invested to get in here, and then later on find out that we'll not be allowed to immigrate. So that's how we started a trip with a lot of risk. In earlier countries that we have gone, so we were very sure and everything was planned out. I mean, there's no second thought about immigration problems or something like that. So this is very different in that way. We came prepared. We bought in a lot of documentation, all the employment related proofs and everything we bought together, so that in case there was an interrogation, we could answer. But in the contrary, when we actually landed, they didn't check the information that was there in the background in the system. They only check the information which is there printed on the part. So there's, I think, majorly, I think two things are very important. One is the address, a place of birth, and the second is the place of issue of passport. I think that's two things, and the name. They check alphabet by alphabet. And so in the primary immigration in the airport, we didn't face any trouble. But while we went to Macau and came back, there was a quick stop. I mean, for me at least, she got through easily. But when I was trying to immigrate to the ferry pier, so the first immigration officer checked it, and then he gave the file to another guy. Another person also very politely asked that what do I do, and I think how many days before I had come, and what are the flight and return journey detail. I had a file made already ready. I just handed over to him. He took the documents, did some entry into the system, and asked me to do immigration once again. So it's fairly simple, but it just took another couple of minutes extra. And I think one misconception we had is that whenever we have seen that videos that if people or if the airline identifies there is an issue in the power, they would ask everyone to refill the power, and it happened. But actually, when I was trying to refill the power, it was showing that unsuccessful because already existing power was there. So I was confused why it's it says, or everyone says that it's allowed to refill, but while I was trying to do it, wasn't allowing me to do. I think there are some duplicate checks just in case if you made mistake in the place of issue and the place of birth. I think then it allows you to refill, but in case that information is same, and if you change the other information like hotel details or address details, so it doesn't allow you to fill in a part if you have a successful part. So that's what I think is, but maybe I'm not sure. We've seen other passengers who had issues with the power, and they could refill it within the airport and get it printed, and they were allowed to pass through. Yeah, that's it. So overall, it's a good trip. It took us a couple of days to sink in and to actually get into the travel mode and be relaxed in our mind. But initially, while we entered in the first 2 days, it was kind of like unbelievable that we actually got inside, and uh, the the trip or the earlier plan came true. So that's it. It's been a good trip. So we go back home, go back to work, back home tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. See you in the flight.